What's going on YouTube? Tom here, and today I'm back with a very exciting video. So as you guys may be able to see on the table, I have a knife here. This thing is special for one reason and one reason only. That's the steel that it's made of. It is Carpenter Steel's Maxamet. So there's a whole lot of stuff out there on Maxamet. It's been out for probably 2 years now, but it seems like there's not a whole lot of knowledge on this steel, not a whole lot of user experience from what it seems. It's all very hearsay, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to be doing is I have a brand new series that we're going to be introducing here on the channel, and it's going to be called the Maxamet Experience. I'm going to be trying to learn everything I can about Maxamet and share my experiences with you guys to hopefully educate the community a little bit on Maxamet. There's a lot of opinions on forums and YouTube on Maxamet. Some seem, very plausible, and other stuff seems like really off base. Like people say that it's, as fragile as glass, and as Big Brown Bear has shown, it is not the case. It's a very tough steel for the hardness that it really is. I've been really interested in this steel ever since seeing the Paramilitary 2 and the Para 3 announced by Spyderco. Those came out in really short little runs, and then Spyderco pulled the production because they were having issues with it. The secondary market prices are now unbelievable for it. So I decided just to pick up a Native 5 in the Maxamet steel. They also offer it in the Manix 2 lightweight. I'm not a huge fan of the Manix package, so I went with the Native here. So the rules for the Maxamet Experience are I can only carry this knife in Maxamet. This is the only knife that I'll be carrying for months and months to come. I can only use this knife for any task that comes up, barring abuse. So the only thing that I won't be doing with this is if a task seems like it would be abuse for it. Say, prying a staple out of a cardboard box, or doing any sort of cuts that might require a little bit of lateral force. Because this is a higher rock weld steel, I don't want to run the risk of possibly snapping this blade in two. I won't take it fishing with me or something like that because it's not a stainless steel. You guys get the gist. I'm not going to abuse it, but I'm going to try and push it to its limits. So you guys might be wondering, what will this series consist of? So basically, the videos that you guys will be seeing, I'll have one out. More than likely it's going to be bi-weekly, but sometimes maybe if the week is really busy, we'll have weekly videos. So expect a video every week to 2 weeks, basically. I'll be listing everything I have cut since the last episode. So I'm going to keep a whole list of, boxes I've broken down, zip ties I've cut, anything like that. We're going to be displaying the sharpness after that week or 2 week of tasks. So that way we can see how much the edge has degraded, and you guys can kind of get a feel for the edge holding of Maxamet. We'll also be doing some sharpening on camera, but that's only when necessary. I don't feel like we're going to be sharpening this too much, but we're going to let it go to different stages and try and sharpen it back up from then. Basically, my qualification for needing a sharpening is it no longer cuts computer paper. So that seems to be the working level of sharpness that I prefer. So that's pretty much the dullest I'm probably going to let it get. Maybe I'll let it get a little bit duller just for this experiment, but we'll see. So if I notice it start to lose some sharpness, I might just drop it after that week or 2 weeks on camera here, but I also might just do a full resharpening. And if you guys would like to see that, a full resharpening, you want to see the full thing uncut, let me know. I could also do a live stream of it. That would be pretty cool. So that way you guys could join in. We could discuss it. You could see results live time. I'll also be sharing anecdotal experience regarding properties about the steel that I've noticed. So if I notice it's a little bit chippy doing certain things, or if it holds an edge great during a certain task, or it cuts cardboard for ages, which it probably will, I'll be relaying that to you guys every week or 2 weeks. There's also a possibility for cut tests, so we'll see how that goes. I know I'll eventually do steel testing on it after I kind of get a good feel for it throughout the Maxamet Experience. For some of you guys that don't know, we're going to discuss a little bit of what is Maxamet. So this is basically just an intro to what Maxamet is and what you guys might be able to expect. So Maxamet is an alloy developed by Carpenter Steels. Same people that do CTS XHP or BD1 or 204P. They're known for a lot of those steels, but Maxamet is kind of their flagship steel. It's their super high performance one. I think it was made for industrial uses, but it's kind of made its way over into the knives. It's kind of a hybrid between a high-speed tool steel like M4 and cemented carbide, like those tungsten carbide blades that you see some guys testing. So it's kind of a weird hybrid between the two. Zero Tolerance attempted to make a knife out of it, the 888, but it was too difficult for them to grind at 60 plus Rockwell, and they had warping issues if treated after grinding, which I think is what happened with the PM2 and the Para 3. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, they were getting warped blades, which I think what they were doing is they were grinding them first and then trying to heat treat them, and because of the distal taper that the blades had, so how they got way thinner down here at the very end, because of that distal taper, I think they were getting some warping issues because it was way too thin. Now I'm not sure how the native seems just as thin, maybe even a little bit thinner than the PM2 and the Para 3. I'm not really sure how they solved the issues on this, but it must have something to do with the blade shape or something. A little bit of the composition. Carbon is 2.15%. Chromium is 4.75%, so it's non-stainless. 10% tungsten, which is absolutely crazy. 6% vanadium, 2% more than like S30V, that kind of stuff. And 10% cobalt. So it's a very, very, very extremely high carbide steel. There's reports of it being 65 to 69 Rockwell. That's from different tests I've seen on YouTube as well as on the forums that guys have tested their Maxamet blades. It seems to be really close to that 66-ish range for the most part, but up to 69 has been reported. The Mule Team that Spyderco made was 67 to 68. So there's still a whole lot of mystery surrounding Maxamet. I'm hoping to kind of dispel some of the rumors or the speculations on the steel. Nobody has covered Maxamet this in depth as far as I know of, and I'm really excited to possibly be the first one to do it. Some of these other testers that have Maxamet, feel free to do the exact same thing I'm doing. It'd be great to get, multiple experiences on this, different types of daily use, that kind of thing, just so we have a really good understanding of this super exotic steel. Just a reminder, I'm not an expert on this kind of stuff. I like to think that I know a decent amount, but I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just sharing my opinions and experiences to hopefully educate people on Maxamet. If something unexpected happens with this steel, like let's say it chips or the tip breaks off or something really unexpected like that, someone with more knowledge, please chime in down in the comments below so we can kind of figure out what went wrong and how other people can avoid that. And even if you guys don't know, just kind of share your speculations down in the comments below, because I think discussion is really going to help go a long way as far as figuring this steel out. Before we end this video here real quick, I did want to display just how sharp this Native 5 came from Spyderco. I'm very impressed. This might be the sharpest factory edge I've ever seen on a knife. This is incredible. So we're actually going to take it to this phone book paper here on the raggedy side, and it just easily digs right in and cuts phone book paper. That's pretty darn impressive. And one more thing before we go. So I have a good buddy, Troy Wheatley. You guys may have seen him in the comments. You may have seen him tune into some of the live streams. He's making these little keychains, fidget spinners, what have you. He's very good at it, and I ended up buying one off of him. I bought this little guy right here. This is a brass lantern. It's super cool. You guys might be able to see the little yellow thing down in there. It's actually glow material, so if you charge it up with a flashlight, it should actually glow, which is super neat. He patinas the brass, drills everything out, makes it look super cool. And honestly, this is just a really cool addition to my keychain. If you guys are interested in any of that kind of stuff, I'm going to try and throw a couple pictures up on the screen right now of the stuff that he's made. Let me know, and I can get you in touch with him. Or if not, he's just Troy Wheatley on Facebook, so I'm pretty sure you guys should be able to find him. Otherwise, I can put you in touch with him pretty easily. So, check him out because his stuff is super cool, and his prices are extremely reasonable on handmade stuff like this. So anyhow, guys, I really hope that you guys are excited for this series like I am, because this is going to be super cool to learn about this steel. If you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, make sure to drop a like down below. That lets me know that you guys would like to see videos like this or are interested in this series. If you guys want to see updates on the series, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Just so you guys are notified when my new videos come out on this. Like I said, it should be about every week to 2 weeks. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Tune back in for more updates on this exotic super steel, and have a great day.